map reading in most of our natural sciences, like earth science, is a very important skill. It tells, we can get lots of information from a map that we can't necessarily get just from data. And in this case, what we're looking at is an isobar map. We talked about this a little bit earlier on. And remember, the isobars are showing us areas of equal atmospheric pressure, or air pressure, and that the closer those lines are together, then the windier an area is going to be, because the air pressure is changing really quickly from one spot to the next when those lines are close together. And that's showing us where it's windy at. Where the lines are further apart, that tells us that it's taking a longer period of time for the air pressure to change, and so it tends to be a bit more calm. So we're going to do a few things in this activity. You're going to be drawing in some lines, some isobar lines on a map, and you're going to do that on this map down here below. But before we do that, we're going to start by looking at where is our area of high pressure, so that we can get on your map, you can end up filling in like where are the higher areas of high pressure and where are the areas of low pressure. So we're going to start here with number one. I'm going to do this on the sample map up here, and you're going to do it on the actual activity down below. So in this one, and if you want to, you can start out by doing it with me up here and then go on to that one so you can have a sample as you do the activity. So our number 1A here says to circle the largest and smallest pressure values on your map in orange. So this is a little bit easier right now because we already have the lows marked in, so we kind of can get a cue of where our area of low pressure is. So here we've got two areas that are around 1,000 millibars, and so we're going to circle our areas, our lowest area air pressure, and then we're going to look for our highest air pressure, and that's going to be close to our high that's already marked. So like I said, this is a little bit easier than it is on the one down below. And we're going to circle our area of high pressure. Now, you'll notice that there's an even increment. Okay, there's an even change between the isobars. So here it's 108 or 1008, here it's 1012. It goes from 1000 to 1004, 1008. So there's a change of 4. So each one has a 4 increment. So it has to be the same. So when you're drawing in your lines down here below, you want to make sure once again that you're using that same even increment. You can see there's not a vast change in this. So you're going to have you're still going to go at an increment of 4 as you put in your isobar lines. So down here, what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to take a minute and you're going to find your areas of your highest air pressure and your lowest air pressure. Go ahead and circle those in orange. Maybe about 10 more seconds. So we have kind of groupings of areas in this one. We have our areas of highest air pressure, right? We've got this 1024. So you should have circled any of those that were in there. And as we look at our areas of lowest pressure, okay, once again, we have another grouping down here in the 1008. So the next thing that it asks you to do is to find the area of low pressure and to mark it with an L. So because in here, this whole area, right, is in the 1000, the L is in the middle of that. So that didn't really work very well. The L is right there in the middle. On yours, we talked about how you have that grouping. So as you have this kind of circle of an area that's all 1008, your L would go in the middle of the circle. Once again, making sure that's in red. You'll notice that in your directions that there's color coding, and you do need to make sure that you're actually using the correct colors that it says on here. Some of them the text is actually colored for you, some of it's not, but please make sure that you're using the colors that it states. So the remainder of the directions, you're going to go ahead and follow the remainder of the directions. You're going to draw in your isobars. You're going to draw in your fronts. You're going to draw in your direction that the wind is blowing. You're going to need to use some of your notes maybe from some of your other lectures, in order to be able to do this. So what you're going to turn in on this one is this part of your map, just this last page. So you need to make sure that your name is on here. Everyone is doing their own map. You can talk with other people as you do it, but this is not a partner activity. So you're not turning in one map for the two of you. Everybody is turning in their own maps. And as you get to the reflection questions, once again, those things are all on your own.